those netherooms would take poo-poo from the terrestrial Nile to the celestial Nile during the time of the Nu'am, or the flooding of the Nile. The purpose of going to the celestial Nile was to go and meet the spiritual father that I'll deal with in the lecture tonight, and that is the sun. That was the purpose and the mission of all the Nessus, or the kings who we say today, was to join with the star, because the star represented our spiritual resurrection and salvation. It became the foundation of the Western version of Christianity. All was based off of what was here. And that's the reason and the purpose of that boat. Right over there is a model of the boat that you see right there at Kufu. And the oars, that's just the model. That's not the actual boat. To give you an idea of what this boat was all about. Now, it's interesting enough that it took place during the time of the flood, the flooding of the Nile. And during the flooding of the Nile, that's when it was able for him to go to the celestial Nile. We call it the Ankh. It's interesting that when we look at the Noah's Ark, that story comes from the Ankh and the flooding of the Nile. You're going to see the boat in a few minutes. The boat's upstairs. This boat is massive. This is the oldest boat in the world. Bigger than even Captain Cook's boat. And what I want you to observe are the oars of this boat, to show you that no man can move these oars, so it's for spiritual divinities to move that boat. That was the purpose of that boat. The whole boat was put together by ropes. No nails, nothing like that. It was all tied together. And they found that, in reconstructing of the boat, that they put the boat on water, and sure enough, no water was able to get through in that boat. That's how well constructed this boat is. Okay? So, Abdul, you want to give us some details?
This is where the boat house, yeah. Brothers and sisters, I was dreaming the whole night of telling you about the situation between Noah's Ark and Khufu's boat. But now I have nothing. This is what I studied the whole night. Now I have only the basics about this boat. These boats were buried around all pyramids, wherever they are. And in 1954, we discovered two of them. One is here, and the other is in a bunker or a hangar behind this, being prepared to be assembled in a few months, and will be standing at the Grand Egyptian Museum opening 2018. So we will have one boat here, and the other boat will be standing at the Grand Egyptian Museum. Both belong to Khufu, and both have the same dimensions, 145 feet long and around 8 feet wide, displacement of 45 tons in the water, and made of cedar Lebanon wood. Cedar wood imported from Lebanon for the two boats here. Egypt imported the cedar wood for the boats and some of the important doors in palaces and temples, apart from the other local timber or wood which was used. The boat was found consisting of around 1,200 pieces of cedar. They were buried in this particular place. This place was home for the blanking or the blanks of the boat discovered 1954. And it was in the semblance of a boat. It took Egypt 10 years to reassemble the boat. Ahmed Youssef, an Egyptian engineer, was able to study the boats of ancient Egypt, and this is easy because we always mention stone box on temples or on tomb walls. We find everything painted, recorded, explained. So it's not a problem. For people in the States, for people in Europe, it's a problem because they don't know that everything is mentioned, explained, and written in detail on the stone box of our temples and tombs and even palaces. Now, it took him 10 years to reassemble the boat, and the boat had to wait for 3 other years for this building to be complete to receive the boat. So the boat is right above us. We will go there and get very close. And the Egyptians built the boat depending on 2 facts. Fact number 1, that the cedar wood expands in the water. And fact number 2, that the ropes shrink. This boat was not built by hammering nails. It was all stitched together, stitched with ropes. You still can see the old ropes, and the new ropes, you will see them still holding the boat. So they depended on this fact that the boat, whenever it goes to the river, it will be watertight and doesn't need any caulking because of the cedar wood expanding and ropes shrinking. You will find the royal cabin on top, and you will find the cabin of the pilot on the prow, and the rudders or the 2 big oars for steering the boat at the back. That's it. Please enjoy it and start going this way.
Thank you. Alright guys, this is the boat here. This is the boat. As you can see on the bottom, it looks like there's gaps in between the wood, but because of the cedar wood, this particular wood expands once it hits the water, so they don't have to put any type of caulking or any type of sealer inside to keep it from leaking, because this particular wood expands as soon as it hits the water. But look at the big oars there. This thing is huge. Try and get an outside view. And this is the boat that the story of Noah's Ark is actually, the concept came from this particular boat and this particular journey. Okay, over here you can see where the inside is, where it is written that the animals, 2 of every one, came through, but that's not totally accurate. Oh, I think I can get up a little higher, so I'm gonna go around further.
Cedar wood expanding and then the rope tightening up. I mean, that was amazing ingenuity and constructing this boat on that level. But now you can see just how deep the spiritual ideas were in ancient Kemet. To do all of this and build something this massive, not to ever be used on the now, all for the purpose of a spiritual journey. That was the whole idea of the spiritual afterlife and their spiritual belief system of how real that afterlife was. The fact that they would go to this extent and building this massive boat, the oldest known boat in the world that you're looking at here, to go on that journey. The idea that when we think of heaven today, the idea that we think of the afterlife of going to heaven, that idea came from you. Tomorrow you're going to go into Teddy's tomb. All of you will be able to go inside of that pyramid. There you'll see the heavenly body in the cosmos and the stars up above. This is the foundation of that. This is the birth of that. All coming from here. This is the prototype of all these ideas that we see. Is taught from the pulpits, synagogue, and mosque. Buddha temples, Krishna temples, all of these things. But the teardrops come when this is not even mentioned. That this is the great, great, great grandfather of all that we believe in. all coming from the fallopian tube.
Wow.
The fallopian tube of our mother. Our mother Happy, the fallopian tube of the Nile. Without it, even humanity, even human beings would not even be here. The racism was so vicious that they didn't even consider Africa to even give birth to humanity at one time. Until the leakies let it leak out. When they started to do their anthropological research in the Adobe Gorge and those areas, they looked at Europe and they looked at the Java man in China, but only in Africa you find these fossils thousands, now millions of years old. They haven't reached the space and place yet to see the spirituality that made the religions today. They haven't reached that space yet to accept it. Why? Because they hate you. When they look into your face, the fear is you are timeless. You are timeless. They don't know that's their fear. As they call it, the Alpha and the Omega. You were here from the beginning, and you will be here in the ending. The seed, prototype of all. That's what has led into the most vicious psychopathic racism and the white supremacy system to literally kill us with just at random, mainly because of fear. That when it's all said and done, as it was in the beginning, so shall it be in the end. We'll still be here. You can't kill the seed of humanity and expect humanity to go on. You can't take the seed out of the fruit and expect to have more fruit.
Come on now.
I want to say preach it, but
So I think some good books for us to read. A good friend of mine, good peace be upon him, Dr. Richard King. The African Origin of Biological Psychiatry is a great book to get. Stolen Legacy, mandatory, by Dr. George G.M. James. And of course, Dr. Bennett, Black Man of the Nile. We should all have to study this work as we go. If you haven't studied it, then you have to start, and you return back. And then you can start to understand just how deep this is, and just how they want to keep that genetic memory bank. We have a genetic memory bank. Nothing is ever lost. You can lock it up through self-hatred, denial. You can do that. But that genetic memory bank starts to seep out. Now you got to question yourself, how did you end up here? How did you end up coming here? A genetic memory bank, an ancestral genetic memory bank got you here. Just like it got me here. All the things that I had to fight with, and people I had to fight with, to stop me from coming as well. So you have to, each and every one of you got to look at yourself as special. You're special. Because the sad thing, the teardrop is going to come when you have to go back and deal with the serious disease of nigrotosis. Yes, just don't get too close to it, because sometimes it can be contagious. But I don't think it'll affect you, because you've already been here, unless you sleepwalk on this whole journey. Okay. So our journey has just begun, brothers and sisters. There's so much here, and the sad thing is, countless thousands of tourists come here, and it's just looking good. They don't do any comparative analysis to the Western world, and they don't say any of those things. They don't touch the deal with the religions or none of those things. Okay? Because one, they fear the tourist dollars. The Europeans are the ones that deal, and the Asians that you've seen, the Japanese, Chinese, they're the ones that make the tourist business, not us. So they don't want to do anything to intimidate them in what they believe in. So they just come here and say, this is the pagan book of people. So they have to demean it, like it's meaningless. But you'll never find that you'll go to the Vatican or anywhere in Europe, they demean the culture and the history of the people, and especially all of the monuments to represent who they are. So the question is, when you are a people, the legacy stands for what your ancestors did. That's what makes you a people. That's why Washington, D.C. got white folks statues all over the place. You know, to let them know this is us. You get, France, everywhere else you go. So the question is, they know you have the greatest on the planet Earth. And that's the biggest fear. It's like Richard Pryor made a skit. How many of you are old enough when Richard Pryor used to do that skit when he walked inside of the pyramid? And he said, and he found it and opened up the Purim room. They called it looking at this. I'm going to tell everybody about this. They locked him up in there.
Yeah.
Richard Pryor did some powerful little skits. You know, he was definitely trying to leave a message, you know, back then. And that still is just as real, even right now, as we are here. So we are honored that you have made this journey, and this is our first day out, and the next grandeur that we're going to see is Ra, Purim Aked.
Nice.
Greatest colossal on the planet Earth. I want you to think about the time. I want you to think about all the thousands of millenniums that have gone by that all had to come up and look at this. And Napoleon came and looked at it and their racism and white supremacy, and they were making us 3/5 of a human being. That's during the time of the Ma'afa that was taking place at that time, and the hatred was so vicious. Napoleon said, get those cannons ready. Lined up those cannons and blew the nose off. Documented by Baron Vivian, who witnessed Napoleon blowing the nose off. Now you got some Negro scholars out there that just have such a love relationship with some of these French, Europeans, and so forth. They can't even stomach to even talk about it or deal with it. And that's one thing that I loved about Dr. Ben. He always made sure he pointed that out. And because white folks questioned the nose being blown off, then that's when how you know that the Negro scholars, then they want to question. But a white guy who was with Napoleon is the one that witnessed it and wrote about it. Okay? He wrote it. He you know, Baron Vivian was with Napoleon. He wrote about it. Okay? So again, we all have a genius, and it's about unlocking that genius within yourself. And not letting mad ego or anything like that take over. It's not about a personal narcissism or anything like that, because it's an ancestral story. It's a legacy. It's much older than us. And it's only to help us, to restore us, to restore us. This is what this is all about, to restore the spiritual and psychological damage that has taken place with us during the time of the kidnapping us from the African continent. And that's where we were kidnapped from. We were kidnapped from the African continent.
Indeed.
That's right, kidnapped. Okay. So take your shots, but I wanted you to get clarity on this vote. We'll talk about it tonight, and with the information that I have, and we'll connect it with some of the things that you can understand more clearly about the vote, and how these spiritual netherooms were able to use those boards to take people on this final journey into the spiritual afterlife. Now, if we can get some of the preachers to come here and stop giving us that chicken and dribble juice at the pulpit. I don't know how to say because most of the, unfortunately, some of them who come here, they come here and say, we want to come here to see the pyramids that the evil Pharaoh built. And then they go on to Jerusalem. There's nothing in Jerusalem that predates this. Nothing. Nothing at all. It's oldest on the planet Earth, and that's what they fear. So that's why you got the movies in America, our children get the mummy. Terrorized demons. Who is this mummy? What is his name? Imhotep. Multi-genius. A physician 2,000 years before Hippocrates. An architect. An astronomer. Would you see Moses as a demon and a devil in the movie? No. They're heroes and sheroes? No. But they need to store that in the black man's mind. Stop that genetic memory bank from opening up. Oh, Boris Karloff had me for a while when I was a child. Well, nothing that slow will catch me. I was afraid of the Wolfman, actually. But as a child, not knowing. Now imagine if I was taught correctly about Imhotep. Everything that we're talking about now, we should have known as children.
Right.
Because that's when the mind is a sponge. It soaks up all of this. Here we are in the late stage in our life. Okay. Life's time clock. We're after, and many of us are after high noon dealing with this. We should have been dealing with the early morning and say sunrise in terms of life's time clock. Knowledge is power. Imagine if we had institutions, and as soon as the baby walked into the classroom, that's what they were introduced to Imhotep, the Jimmy, the Hotep, after Khufu, Khafra, Menkaure, and all the others that we're going to talk about. Knowledge is power. So again, somebody knows something about you, but they don't want you to know about yourself. And our mission is to know thyself. Hotep.
Hotep.
Bye-bye.
Hey guys,
Good luck.
hey guys, John Jester out here. Finally in the middle of all three of the pyramids. Okay, you got two over there. You see that one? We just came from those two. See if you can see it. There's one. There's the other one. And then I'm standing in front of this last one. These are the three pyramids of Giza. They're right there, man. And it is super hot out here. But I tell you, we're getting a heck of an education out here. And I'm all for it, man. So that was three. I know I'm spinning around. Hope I'm not getting you dizzy. But I want you to be able to see. I'm right in the middle of it all right here. And you can see the desert. If you just look out there, you see the camels out there, you can see the desert out there. All right. We got two buses over there. It's about 79 of us total. And I tell you, I would say the street people, but they follow us everywhere. Everywhere we go, they're trying to get you to buy something. So, but it's pretty awesome. Just still amazing, just to see all this stuff. We just came out of the temple where they found the ark, which modeled after where they got the Noah's Ark story from. This is the boat that they created, and it was really just a African. It was a it was many floods here in this area. All right, it wasn't just one flood that just happened, but this was really just a spiritual journey. The boat was just a metaphor, you could say, of the spiritual journey of the people. It wasn't really to be loading animals up on and taking people on. It was just the way that they told the stories back in the day, and they did build this boat. But it was really interesting the way they went through the story. I got Brother Kwesi, he recorded it, and I got a clip of him talking about it on there. So this is me signing out again, man. Hope y'all getting this stuff. If you ever get a chance, definitely got to come here. At the minimum, get with myself and get with, because I'm going to be doing getting a lot of information from Brother Kwesi. So just get with us and get as much information as you can. All right? All right. So talk to you later. All right. Peace. Bye-bye. Hey guys, John back here again. Just wanted to show you some more of this. This is I'm still at the pyramid section. But from here you can see some of the city. All right, a lot of what we would call back at home apartment buildings. Okay, and then over here you can see it looks like they're digging out something else over here. I'm not sure what it is, but probably some more findings they have. But just looking down here, man, looking at the desert and looking all the way down there, it's like incredible, you know. And the pyramids we were in was pretty big, but it's a real small one right over there. I'll show you. You can see that one. That's a small one right next to the big one. So I think they said that was someone's son. I don't remember the guy's name. But it's just crazy out here. You can see all the vendors out here. All the vendors, they got horses, carriage rides, they got camel rides. You know, they got little kids trying to sell stuff for $1. You know, there's everything's all around. They hustling, man, like we at home in New York somewhere. All right, so I got to get rolling. So I'll talk to you guys later. And there's something else over there. All right, so talk to you guys later. Hope everybody's doing well. Peace. Bye-bye. Hello, everybody. How are you? This is me, John. I just got back on the bus. It is probably about 105 degrees out here in the desert. Well, we've been going back and forth. You know, Marlene, let me say, although I want you to come see this stuff, definitely don't want to come this time of the year. You know, so we got to find some people that's going another time of the year. But the information is awesome. The sights are awesome. But to anybody that's not good with the heat, this is definitely not the time for you to come because it is super hot out here. All right, some people are taking it like it ain't nothing. I mean, I got some little kids. They're doing this like it's like it ain't nothing to them. So, but for me, I'm hanging in there. You know, this old guy's hanging in there, and I got some good videos going to be showing you for our events for the day. But I just wanted to come on, and actually, I'm glad I got a haircut. I cut all my hair off, if you know. I normally have some hair, but I cut all my hair off because I wasn't sure if I was going to get to a barber shop or not around here. It definitely not looking like I'm going to find one, so I'm glad I cut my hair off. So, but it's definitely hot, and it's interesting. It's fun. It's interesting. It's exciting. There's a lot of things going on. A lot of information to learn that we don't normally learn over what they call in America, where the western side of the world. We don't learn all this information. So it's going to be interesting. I hope you guys take heed of what I'm putting up. I hope you guys enjoy. Continue with the comments. I'll try to get back to you with the comments and continue with the likes. And you guys are doing great. You guys keep me motivated, wanting to do more and attend more in that hot sun. You know, you guys keep me motivated for wanting to show you guys more. All right, so I'll see you guys on the next video, and talk to you soon, guys. Later. Peace. Bye-bye.